Hello everybody on YouTube, it's your boy the Memphis XL right back at you with the 100 days of Yugioh. We're aiming to duel the 100 different decks over 100 different days. Today everybody, we continue the God Week, the week of godly cards, using the Sacred Beastie Boys. We got ourselves a nice Sacred Beast deck that does all the nice things that beasts like to do, which is turboing out our Haman, our Raviel, and our Uriah, having some nice big beaters on the board, and occasionally fusing them into Armatile, the 10,000 point beat stick of ultimate destruction. And so, we're going to be going into Yugioh Pro today, just showing off some nice Sacred Beast duels, seeing how it still fares in the modern game. Nothing much has changed about Sacred Beast, but there's just, we got multiple skill drains. That's a little bit different. So, let's go ahead into good old deck list review, and then we'll get right into the duels. So for our deck today, we'll be running one copy of Raviel, Lord of Phantasms, the Shimmering Scraper. Remember, he is not a scrap monster. We have ourselves two copies of Haman, the Lord of Striking Thunder, two copies of Raviel, Lord of Phantasms, one Uriah, Lord of Searing Meat. We have three copies of Dark Summoning Beast, a single Chaos Core, three Dark Beckoning Beast, three Chaos Summoning Beast. We have triple Lord of Darkness, triple Fury Ray Map, one Foolish Burial, two Dimension Fusion Destruction. We have Called by the Grave, two Cerulean Skyfire, three copies of Opening of the Spirit Gates, two copies of Fallen Out Paradise. We have Metaverse, Hyperblaze, triple Awakening of the Sacred Beastie Boys, and double Skill to take none of that. And we got ourselves in our extra deck a Link Karibo, a Verte Anaconda, Barricade Board Blocker, Master King Arcfiend. We have ourselves Super Dreadnought Railcan Gustav Max, Super Dreadnought Railcan Super Dora, one Garadai, the top of the moon Super Dimensional Robo Galaxy Destroyer. We also have a Juggernaut Libe. We have ourselves a Chimera Tech Fortress and Mega Fleet Dragon in case Cyber Dragons. Couple copies of Phantasm Emperor Trilbog, which we summon in case we're on top of Skill Drain and we just need a beat stick. As well, we have things like Armatile, the Chaos Phantom, Phantom of Fury, which is nice for clearing boards, but we rarely go into it. And the big boss, of course, good old Armatile, the Chaos Phantom, which is just a really powerful monster once we've made it with our Dimension Fusion Destruction. As for the side deck, not a lot to say. If you want to run additional draw power, we have a lot of continuous traps, so we have things like Magic Planter, especially if you go for a third copy of Skill Drain. This is just good if you want to stall, just stun your opponent, use Skill Drain, get rid of Skill Drain with Magic Planter, draw a few more cards, and use your monster effects how you'd like, and then draw into another Skill Drain and, do it all again. Because Chaos Summoning Beast is so important to this deck, you could run another copy of 1-for-1 in here. It's something you can do. I found that you didn't really need it as much, but if you want to, go ahead. I suppose you could take out Hyperblaze, so that's more of a situational Uriah card, but you could run this. And again, Skill Drain if you really feel like you just need to stop your opponent from making combos, because once you summon out a 4K beat stick, combo decks aren't going to be able to do much to you. Unless they're playing Rainbow Neos or something. But regardless of that, let's go ahead and good old Yugioh Pro now. Show this deck off. Show you how it works. And we'll have ourselves a good time. Alright, here are our first opponent. Another day, another card game. We want to go first with this deck. Not to say I can't go second. I mean, Sacred Beasts are good at beat sticking. But we like to go first to set up a bird. Alrighty, let's see here. This is a very interesting hand. The very interesting hand. I have all three Sacred Beasts. If I had the Fusion, it'd be perfect. But we're going to go for Opening the Spirit Gates. This just adds anything that mentions one of the Sacred Beasts. We want a little Chaos Boy. He's very, very important. I probably could have put him on the sleeves. He's that important. So, we're just going to summon out our Chaos Summoning Boy. I can tribute this dude to summon out one of my monsters from my hand. Any of the Sacred Beasts I can just straight up summon from my hand. Or, conversely, he can hit me with Impermanence. Alright, Haven't actually used that effect. So what I can do here, make Link Karibo. We use Link Karibo exclusively in case this happens. That is literally what we do it for. It's just for that. So we're going to use the Opening of the Spiritual Gates here. We're going to discard our Dark Summoning Beast, because I already have all the Sacred Beasts here. And this is going to allow me to bring back my Chaos Summoning Beast. With his effects not negated no more. Hello. So now we'll just do what we were doing before. We're just going to tribute our Summoning Beast. And I start with Haman like 99% of the time. He's pretty much the best one to start, especially if you had Skyfire, which hopefully we'll get into in a moment. So we're going to go ahead and use... we're going to use both of these, but first we'll start with our Chaos Beast. This lets me get my field spell. The field spell is king in this deck. It gives all of our Sacred Beasts, as well as Armor Tile, Destruction Protection, get Targeting Protection, and a free +2. Free draw 2 every turn. But before we do this, we're going to banish our Summoning Beast. This way, I get to search out another one of my monsters. That way, I just don't draw into it. Hold on, George. What are you doing? He's got a bone. He's got a bone. He's dog bone. Georgie, what did you put in there? Okay. 1 second, George. There we go. Gotta do my +2. The tribulations of being a dog owner. Sometimes you gotta dig out a pen to not kibble out of a bone. There you go, my boy. There you go. Okay, so there is exactly what we wanted. So let's go ahead into Allure of Darkness. We have a lot of dark monsters, and I don't need both these Raviels. I only need one of them, really. So we're going to ditch that, and we have our trap card. Good old Awakening of the Sacred Beastie Boys. Add your hand, special summon Uriah from the... if only I discarded Uriah. Okay, that's fine. This is totally fine. We're just going to end our turn right there, and we'll see what happens. You know, we've got ourselves a decent setup. I've got Link Karibo. I've got Haman. I have our most powerful card, the Awakening of the Sacred Beast. The more Sacred Beasts I have, the better. And I'm not even going to play it just yet. I'm going to play that later. I'm going to play it later. Ooh, Piri Ray map. Pay half my life points, add a dude. Yeah, I can afford that. Let's activate the Piri Ray map. We're going to add ourselves another Chaos Summoning Beast. We will lose half our life points doing this. But that's just how important this guy is. Now I can summon the Beastie Boy and just trip it up again. Summon out another monster. We're going to go for Raviel this time because you usually summon Uriah the last. He's last on in. It's not because he's a slifer slacker. It's because we're not playing that many continuous traps at the moment. So, not as important to summon out Uriah. But he has good spell trap removal. I can just pop a set spell trap every turn. Okay, we're good. We are so set. It's crazy. So we're just going to attack into this guy. We'll see what we're up against. We don't even know what this guy's playing yet. Ghostricks? Okay. Ghostricks it is. But Haman is going to burn you for 1,000 because I beat over your monster. Granted, you have Ghostricks Spectre. Okay. That is fine, I think. Okay, so this guy's just playing Ghostricks. Not a super competitive deck. Super fun to play, for sure. Can't hate on Ghostricks, because they try real hard. You know, some people would think that their deck would be dead with Lynx, but they can keep doing stuff. They're mostly like, they can do some burns and some stalling and some other things, but we'll see what this guy's up to. Unfortunately for him, I think I've got him, because with a Sacred, like I said, Awakening the Sacred Beast, different effect for every Sacred Beast we have. If we have one, every time my opponent summons something, I gain life equal to its attack. If I have two, I negate all monster effects activated on my opponent's field. Brutal thing. We're essentially playing 5 copies of Skill Drain right now. On top of Life Point game. And if I had all 3, oh baby, he would just have no graveyard. It'd be pretty nutty. Pretty nutty indeed. So unfortunately for my opponent, I think he's just pretty much done. He can't use Festival no more. Yeah. I'm gonna keep Hyper Blaze, because it'll be funny that way. That way I can use it with Uriah. So we're just gonna bring back the summoning. Since I have the field spell, I don't need to keep banishing this. There's literally no point. So... unfortunate. I mean, well, not this turn anyway. So what we're gonna do... to hedge our bets, I'm going to put Haman in defense. If Haman's in defense, he can't attack my other monsters. It's one of those effects that people don't understand is how it works. Haman just... he's the big boy. He encircles our board with his big old turkey legs, and he's just like, no, you're not allowed. Okay, that's fine. I could negate, or I could hit him with call, but it doesn't really matter. My opponent surrenders. Unfortunate my opponent surrenders. Like I said, Awakening was just death to this guy. He'd had really nothing to stop me, unless he's playing like Quaking Mirror Force or something. But I have Uriah for that. So, that was a very one-sided example with this deck. You know, it was the perfect setup. You know, we had everything we wanted to do. We summoned the Summoning Beast out. We got out Haman. We got out Raviel. We were about to summon Uriah. And I could have summoned him next turn using Hyper Blaze. But not this time around. So let's go over duel number 2. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more back and forth. We showed off a lot of what our deck can do. But we have other things. We have some, links and things. And I haven't even summoned Armitile. So let's go for duel number 2. Try to summon out Armitile. Just try to keep the ball rolling. Keep summoning out the Sacred Beast. And just do what Sacred Beasts do the best. Alright, a second opponent. Let's go and do it again. We're going to go first again. Very nice. Our opponent is Akabareji. I believe that's Arc 5's main antagonist. I'm Kagamaru, by the way. If I'm not mistaken, at least that's in the 4Kids dub. That's the main villain from GX who used the Sacred Beast the first time. And then later it was that French guy, I think. Was he French? He was like Bonaparte's son or something. Anyway. We're starting off with the Chaos Summoning Beast. So already, pretty damn good. I'm just going to go ahead and bring out Raviel, the Lord of Phantasms, and do what we do. Now, I always wondered, what would the abridged name of, like, all these Sacred Beasts be? Because I remember there was a Yu-Gi-Oh! GX abridged, like, years ago. It was really good, but they never finished the Sacred Beast arc. So we never got to know what the silly names of the Sacred Beasts would be. I like to think Raviel would just say the same. Or that, or he would become Raviel, Lord of Phangasms. That could be a thing. I mean, that would be a very silly name. It could be a thing. Who knows? But we're pretty set here. I mean, I've got my Awakening, and I've got Skill Drain. I essentially have Skill Drain plus Life Point Gain Skill Drain on the board. All I need is to deal with Dark Magicians. Alright. Oh, wait, no, this is not Dark Magicians. This is Valiants. Okay. An interesting opponent, to be sure. Alright, the Magician's Souls. Valiants are a pretty decent archetype. They take a bit of setup. I've played them myself. He's got the Priestess. He certainly has that dang old Priestess. Okay, so he's going to special summon this. I'm going to go ahead and activate my trap so I start gaining some life points here. Yeah, basically, since he has nothing in this column, he can just summon this out. I'll gain life points. And so how the Valiants work is every time they move in the zones, they get additional effects. And Shinome also searches him out. Oh, the new thing. The thing that searches Senate Switch. Okay, summon this card. Okay, but you put this in the zone that there's stuff, my dude. Alright, get a field spell, destroy a pendulum. I just realized something not good. I realized something not so good, folks. You see, how the Valiant field spells work is you activate one field spell, and then you activate the other field spell from your deck to your opponent's field. Which is not necessarily good for me. He also has Senate Switch. Did you know this card's searchable now? Because it is. It's also apparently part of an archetype. What is a change archetype? I've never heard of this archetype before. What is the change archetype? I have never heard of this. Regardless, I'm going to go for Skill Drain now because I really don't want him to go off with Beyond the Pendulum. To search any dang pendulum? Heck no. Yeah, but unfortunately, this could be dicey because he's going to steal my stuff. But we are in the same column now, so I don't think he can... I'm trying to remember exactly. There's like a whole bunch of effects these things do. The most important part of the field spells for him is just he gets to summon these things from his spell trap zone. But I know they have other effects. 2 cards in the field zone. Turn player can target effect monster of the opponent's main one in the same column as the monster of the... So basically what he can do is, if he had a monster here, he could put Raviel in my spell trap zone. 2 cards on the field zone. The turn player target a monster in their spell trap zone. Summon it to the main monster in its column. Yep. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Now my opponent just surrenders. Again, the power of skill drain. Just a little too much for my opponent. You know, it's the thing. We have big numbers. We don't need our monster effect. I don't even want to tell you what Raviel's effect is. Because I don't remember what his effect is. I didn't even bother reading it. It does have an effect. It does. But I don't need to use it. So, there's another win thanks to skill drain, I suppose. But not satisfied. We need to go for Armitile next. We need to summon the big boy. So let's go for duel number 3. Hopefully get to summon out the big boy. And we'll see how it goes. Alright, yeah, third opponent. Should have gone with rock. Why would I think paper would win me anything? Alright, not a terrible... It would have been much better going first hand, obviously, but I can still do it. Beetroopers. Okay. As I tussle my beard. A tricky wicket. Bugs are tricky in general. We'll see. All depends on exactly what he'd do. Any of these tuners? No. I was thinking he'd make a Trishula and be cool about it, but no, he's just gonna make Armor Horn, and this lets him revive a dude. And then face-up insect destroyed, stuff happens. Okay. So, he's just playing Beetroopers, basically. He's got Invincible Atlas, which, what does this thing do? Cannot target with effects, can't be destroyed by effects. Okay, I don't care about that. Not really. Okay, so I guess he's gonna summon a Beetrooper from his deck. Yep. Bomber Scale. Monster opponent activates its effect, tribute insect, destroy it. Alright, well that won't work on summoning Beast for sure. Unless this face down stops Beast, but we don't really have another option, so we're just gonna... Yeah, we're just gonna go for it. Chaos Summoning Beast. Activate his effect, you can't do anything about it. And we shall summon forth the Super Duper Turkey. Super Duper Trooper Pooper. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, we're gonna get the field spell now. Just do what we do. I also have skill drain, so... Oh, I have double skill drain. That's even better. I don't know why this card stuck to my hand. That's pretty damn good. That is pretty darn good. So we're just going to set some cards. We're going to set this one over here. We'll keep these as a pair. And we shall run over Invincible Atlas, something he was not designed to deal with. He's kind of big. Your opponent doesn't expect him to be run over. And he also has a Scale Bomber. He could use that effect, but that ain't going to do him much good. He does get a token. It's a pretty spiffy token, I have to say. But we should, in theory, be good. You know, I could have even summoned Raviel, to be honest, because I have Shimmering Scraper. Honestly, that might have even been a better thing. No. Not Harpy Feather Duster on my floodgates. Dang it. Curse you, one of! Curse you! Alright, what are you gonna do now? Sting Lance. Beetrooper Spell Trap, okay. Get the Omni Negate, well, the Monster Effect Negate. I guess that stops me from doing Chaos Summoning Beast again. But what's your plan for Haman? You kind of have the immediate problem of Haman, my friend. Unless... Okay, I was about to say if this was a light monster, he might have Honest, but no. No, he does not. Okay. Yeah, let's go Allure of Dankness. Draw me some stuff. Okay, Summoning Beast. Let me think about this. I'm just gonna go for Battle Phase first. Wait, is this Beetrooper? That's still a that still gives him a token, and he can negate me. Unfortunate that. I suppose I could bait at... What else does this trap do? This does something. Just during the end phase, this card's in the grave. You control an insect, 3,000 more attack. Banish insect from the grave. So this card... Okay, so that doesn't do much there. It's probably just a safer move to use this now to bait that out. You know? Because he would negate this to stop me from field spelling again. Or conversely, maybe he won't. Okay, I mean, I thought that was pretty obvious, but maybe he thought that, you know, it was so obvious that he shouldn't do it. He's doing some thinking, maybe. Maybe. Ooh. Ooh. I could summon forth this guy. Because I got 3 level 10 monsters. Target face a monster control inflicts damage, he would have its original attack points. If he had something big, that would be tempting. But he doesn't. But then again, I could summon Uriah. Could do that. Alright. Does this negate and destroy? It does. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Summon forth Beckoning Beast. We're not going to use his first effect. We're instead going to Tribute Beast, summon out Dark Summoning Beast, use his effect, summon out Uriah. That'll get negated, but that's fine. I can still battle phase and everything. So we're going to go for our Summoning Beast here and get Uriah, the Lord of Searing Meat. And, yeah, you know what? There's literally no reason to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Dimension Fusion Destruction. Making Armatile the Chaos Boy. Banishing these 3. Be like, hello, here I am. 10,000 beat stick on my turn. On my opponent's turn, he has nothing. But because of my fusion spell, I don't take damage from battles involving Armatile. He also has the protection thanks to Fallen Paradise, because this works on Armatile too. So, pretty set, has to be said. The only bad thing is this doesn't count as, like, Raviel. That would be cool, but it doesn't work that way. I also don't have any of my floodgates, so he can still do combos. He can still do the combo wombos, but I don't know if he can do any wombos or combos at the moment. We'll find out. You know, was that a necessary thing? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. The sheer size of my boy and his giant dragon arm was enough to scare my opponent away. So, there's our third opponent. We summoned Armatile. We did summon our big boss monster. And so, you know, a worthy opponent, perhaps. Beetroopers, they can certainly do some things, but unfortunately for him, Atlas is a small bug, and I stepped on the small bug. So, let's go ahead and do one more duel. I feel like we've earned one more duel. We'll do an extra duel. Why not? Let's do one more duel today, and then we'll call it a day. I could not find a more appropriate opponent than the Slifer Slacker himself. Am I risking fate by dueling a guy who's probably playing heroes? Yes. Am I going to do it anyway? Yes. Is this hand awful? Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty awful. And like, legitimately, this is not a great opening hand. Especially when we get hit with a Blossom right out the gate, but it is what it is. And I can't play another Puri Ray map. So what we're going to have to rely upon is the power of Blind Luck. Go to the Lure of Darkness. Alright, that'll work. See, the power of Blind Luck. It works. It worked pretty good. Unfortunately, though... Oh, I can still do this. Dark Beckoning Beast. Because I get that additional summon. Unfortunately, I don't have, like, a Floodgate or anything. But I still have a Field Spell. So it's all good. So we'll get our Dark Summoning Beast. Beastie Boy. Normal summon that Beastie Boy. And go from there. See, my opponent tried to Ash me. Unfortunately for him, I can get around a single Ash Blossom. If he had him Perm too, might have been a little tricky. Maybe. Just a little bit. But not so much. So we're going to go ahead and grab our other Raviel. Ravioli. And draw some more cards. Come on, Floodgate. Yeah. Exactly what we wanted to see. Exactly what I wanted. And... let me think. Yeah, we're good. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. We're fine. We don't need to do anything else. He has no idea which of these are Floodgates. Yep, exactly as I suspected. He is playing the Elemental Heroes. Well, this ain't gonna go the same way it did in the anime, people. You know why? Because Kagamaru, as far as we know, was not playing Skill Drain. If he was, he would have won for sure. I'm just saying. Although, but yeah, he would have won. He would have won if he had Skill Drain. And like all these other... I don't even remember what Kagamaru used in the anime to summon the Sacred Beast. I think it was like a bunch of weird anime stuff. Negative. I'm gonna be like, a no. A no, sir. There shall be no elemental... What is this? Send this card, summon an E-hero. Okay. If you summon it from the grave, negate its effects, summon an elemental hero fusion. While this is in the grave, banish this card, draw 2, place 1 card, bottom of deck. Okay. Interesting. Making what exactly? Sunwither? Just to draw more cards? Smart. See, my opponent didn't just give up in the face of Skill Drain. He is trying to get around this. And then, what does Earth Guy do? Oh, brings that back. Okay. I thought it was something like that. I figured it was something of that effect. Alrighty, so the question now is... Oh no. That's the worst possible thing it could have been. That... Oh wait, no. No. Never mind. I thought that was legitimately Rainbow Neos, and I would have been screwed. Granted, if he has Honest Neos, he could still screw me over. Okay, if he has it, he did not... Okay, he might already have it, for all we know. Then again, if he had it, he would have put someone in attack mode. So he must not be playing Rainbow... Or, he's not playing Honest Neos. Odd, but true. Odd, but true. So we're going to go for Fallen Paradise. Just keep drawing cards. Ooh, Dimension Destruction again. Granted, Skill Drain's on the field. See, this is why running Magic Planter is not a bad idea in this deck. It usually doesn't get in the way. Right now, it's just getting in the way of me summoning multiple dudes. So I'm going to set a dude. Have that ready for later. And start beating over stuff. We'll beat over... We'll beat over Brave Neos. I feel like if this guy got his effects back first, that'd be bad, because he gets searches and things. Although, and I can, bait out the Neos Fusion. And I can bait out the Fusion that I definitely remembered was a thing. And we'll be set. We're pretty set right now. All we just need to do is get some build up here, just get some more monsters on the board. Going for another Poly. What are you trying to make? He's trying to make something. Ooh. Well, I have protection from destruction, so that doesn't really matter to me. Not really. Normally, that would be a problem. Unless he has mass change. I gotta get rid of this 0 before anything bad happens. Okay, never mind. Maybe he's not playing mass change. I keep thinking this guy can do more than I think he can do. Maybe it's just how I would play heroes and how I've played heroes in the past. But I feel like if he had mass change, he could have just wiped my board right then. Well, depending on how the chain order goes, could have knocked me out or done a whole lot of not much. We shall see. We shall see indeed. Alrighty. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and activate Foolish Burial. Please be in perm. Okay, it's not in perm. It's not. Let's go ahead and ditch our Summoning Beast. Just so I can deck thin a little bit. Do I need to deck thin? No. My opponent surrenders. Again, the power of Skill Drain just being surprisingly... You'd think more people would be playing Spell Trap removal in this day and age. But apparently not. Very strange. But regardless of that, I think we've seen enough. We've seen most of what this deck can do. The only thing we haven't done is, like, made Juggernaut Libe, which only happens every once in a while, and only when I feel like being funky about it. So, let's go for the end screen, and we'll talk more about the deck and all that good stuff. Alrighty, everybody, the Sacred Beast, they got 4 wins. Admittedly, a lot of it was the Skill Drain that was glued to my hand. I'm not even playing it at 3 and it's being abusive. I mostly play the Awakening, which is only Skill Drain when I put effort into it. So, it's pretty good. You know, like I said, very easy to summon the Sacred Beast. It's very good protection here that just gives you free draws and everything. And, you know, we have big numbers. We don't need our effects on board. No, Hamon just does the burn damage, and Ralaviel, what was it? My opponent normal summons, I got a token. And I contribute that token to get that monster's attack. That's not that impressive, but we got to do what the Sacred Beasts like to do. And I hope everybody at home enjoyed watching me do the Sacred Beasts once more. If you did, hit the like button. Lets me know that you enjoyed the video. Consider subbing. I'd appreciate it if you did. No pressure, but I would appreciate it. Just letting you know. And next time, what is the... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Next time, we are looking at a Wicked God deck, which I still got to finish up. But that should turn out pretty well, too. So, till next time, your boy, the Memphis Accelerate, is signing out. I'll see you guys again next time on the tube. Till then, y'all take care, stay safe, stay happy, and you have a good one.